Hello and welcome to today's presentation on web conferencing. Today's agenda will include discussing what web conferencing is, identifying the web conferencing tools that are available to you through Clemson licenses, and identifying the web conferencing tools that are currently integrated with Clemson's Canvas. So what is web conferencing? Web conferencing is an online service by which you can hold live meetings, conferences, presentations, and trainings via the internet. You can connect to the call usually through a microphone and speakers on your computer or a telephone. The application usually allows you to share your screen or a presentation, poll participants, chat with them, share their microphone or webcam with you, share documents, or break people out into smaller discussion groups and then bring them back into the main meeting space. There are currently 3 web conferencing tools available through Clemson's licenses. The tools we recommend for online classes include WebEx, Adobe Connect, and Zoom. There are other tools that can be used for web conferencing, but they are not necessarily supported by your IT groups on campus or recommended for online classes. Other tools that we are aware of that are being used on campus include Canvas Conferences, Microsoft Teams, Skype, Cisco Meeting Server, Google Hangouts Meet, and WebEx Teams. The first tool we will look at is WebEx. WebEx is currently integrated with Canvas and can be set up at the course level. Let's begin by setting up WebEx access through your Canvas course. First, you'll navigate to your course. Then click the Settings tab in the left navigation menu. Under the Navigation tab, scroll down until you find WebEx. Click the 3 dots and choose Enable to move it to the top portion of the menu. Then you can drag and drop WebEx to the location where you want it to appear in your menu. Be sure to scroll down and click Save to save these changes. Once you've saved these changes, WebEx will appear in your course menu. Click the WebEx link to set up a WebEx meeting space. Click the Schedule button at the top of the page. A pane will appear on the left side of your screen. The name of your Canvas course will appear in the name field. This can be modified. Select whether this is a single, daily, or weekly event. If you choose daily, select the days for reoccurrence. The same pertains to weekly. Select the start time of the event and then the range that the event should occur. Scroll down, select the duration of the event, and then select the conferencing account type. Most people will use WebEx meetings. There is a comparison chart between the 3 templates. Please note that the interface for these may be different for you and your students. If you're familiar with the WebEx meeting template, we would recommend using the meeting template for now. Then click Save. At the day and time of your next meeting, click the WebEx link in your course menu, and then click the Host button to begin hosting your meeting. To modify or delete a scheduled WebEx meeting, first click the WebEx link in your course menu. Then navigate to the date and time of the meeting you want to modify or delete. Click the plus button to expand the meeting details. To delete the meeting, click the eraser icon. This will allow you to delete a specific event, a series of events from this point onward, or all events in this series. To modify the meeting, Click the plus button, then click the hand with the pencil icon. This will allow you to modify the name and the description of the meeting and the start time and duration of the meeting. This does not allow you to modify the meeting times or recurrence. When you're done, click Save. The WebEx tool also allows you to schedule time slots for office hours, tutoring, or advising. To schedule time slots, click WebEx in the menu, then click the Appointment Booking button at the top of the screen. Click the Offer Slots button. Select whether this will be a recurring event, daily or weekly, or a single event. Select the days of the week and date range that this is reoccurring. Select the start and end time. Select the duration in hours and minutes for each slot. Then select the number of minute break between each slot. Select the conferencing account type, then click Save. Let's discuss basic WebEx meeting space functionality. Click the WebEx button in your course menu, then click Host to launch the meeting. The meeting application will launch. The first thing it will ask you to do is turn on your webcam and audio. You can click the red microphone to unmute your microphone and the red camera to begin your webcam. If you prefer to have your webcam off, click the webcam button again to mute your webcam. Then click Start Meeting. Once you click Start Meeting, more buttons will become available at the bottom of the screen. The first button will allow you to turn your microphone on and off. The second button will allow you to turn your webcam on or off. The third button will allow you to share content. If you select this option, it will prompt you to share your entire screen, an application, or a whiteboard. When you share your screen, the buttons move to the top of the screen. They're hidden behind the orange bar that says you're sharing this screen. If the buttons disappear, simply hover over the orange bar to view them again. When you are done sharing your screen, click Stop Sharing. This will return you to the WebEx application. The fifth button at the bottom of the screen closes and opens the Participants panel. From here, you can see if a participant's mic or webcam is enabled. You can also right-click and change a participant's role or assign privileges. If a participant is causing feedback, you can mute their microphone. The 6th button reveals the chat panel. You can chat with everyone, or you can choose to chat with a specific individual. The 7th button has 3 dots and represents more options. You can send an invite and remind people of the meeting. You can lock the meeting. You can copy the meeting link. You can change your audio connection, your speaker, microphone, and camera setup, or you can connect a specific device. The last button allows you to leave the meeting. When you click this button, it will prompt you to end the meeting. Click End Meeting to close out of WebEx. To view WebEx meeting recordings, click the WebEx link in your course menu. Then click the Event Recordings tab at the top of the screen. The name of the event will appear along with the date and time that it was recorded and the duration of the event. Click Check for Recordings. If a recording is available, you can watch it clicking the streaming link, or you can click the alternative link to download the recording and watch it. The next tool we will look at is Zoom. Zoom is currently in pilot phase for the spring 2020 semester and is currently integrated with Canvas. Next, let's discuss Zoom. To set up Zoom in your Canvas course, scroll down to Settings, click Navigation, scroll down until you find Zoom, click the 3 dots and choose to enable. Then you can drag and drop the link to where you want it located in your menu. Scroll down and click Save, and then the Zoom link becomes available. To set up a Zoom space, click the Zoom link, then click Schedule a new meeting. The name of your Canvas course will appear in the topic field. Select the start date and time for your meeting. If this is a recurring meeting, select the recurring meeting checkbox. Then select whether this is a daily, weekly, monthly recurrence. Select the days of the week that it recurs on, the number of weeks to repeat it, or a specific end date to end it after. Scroll down. You can select to have the video turned on for participants and hosts. This will turn on their webcams as soon as they open the meeting space. By default, it is set to off. You can also allow your participants to join by either telephone or computer audio. If you select both, they will be able to choose between the 2 options. Under Meeting Options, if you want this meeting to require a password, you can enable this checkbox. If you want to allow users to join before the meeting host enable this checkbox. If you want all participants to be muted upon entry, enable the third checkbox. If you want to enable a waiting room for participants to be placed in until the host enters the meeting space, enable the fourth checkbox. And if you want the meeting to be recorded automatically, enable the fifth checkbox. If you enable the Record Meeting Automatically option, you can select to record it on your local computer or in the cloud. If you choose the In the Cloud option and you choose Enable Join Before Host, there is the opportunity that if a student logs in early and then logs out, a recording will be generated. If you want to add an alternative host, this is only available for users who have pro accounts. So if you have a co-teacher or a teaching assistant, they would have to have a pro account in Clemson's Zoom instance to participate. When you're done, click Save. You can now see the meeting properties. You can copy the invitation and send it in an email, or if you click Zoom on the menu, the link will now be available for your students to participate in. To modify or delete a scheduled meeting, navigate to the Zoom link in your course. Then, under the Upcoming Meetings tab, find the meeting space that you want to modify or delete. If you want to delete the meeting, click the Delete button. You will be given the option to delete just this occurrence or all occurrences of the meeting if this is a reoccurring meeting. To modify a meeting, click the topic link, then scroll down and click Edit this meeting. Unlike WebEx, you are able to modify the entire meeting properties, including recurrence of the meeting. And then you can click Save to save your changes. To record a Zoom meeting, there are two options. The first is to set the meeting to automatically record, which we did in a previous portion of this recording. The second is to start a meeting recording manually from the meeting space. When you click to start the meeting, you will be given the option to join with computer audio. You can also test the speaker and microphone. If you don't want to enable your audio at this time, you can close this window. You will notice that since this meeting is set to automatically record, you have a pause and a stop recording button. If you click Stop Recording, it will ask if you want to stop recording this. You can click Yes. If you want to record manually, you can click Record and then choose to record from this computer or to the cloud. We recommend recording to the cloud at this time. Let's discuss the basic Zoom meeting space functionality. When you start your meeting space, a toolbar will appear at the bottom of the screen. The first button allows you to join the audio. There's also a drop-down menu that allows you to test your speaker and microphone settings. The second button allows you to start your video. It also has a drop-down menu. You can select which camera and your video settings from here. You can also choose to set a virtual background. You can choose to browse from images that are provided by Zoom, or you can upload your own image. The third button allows you to invite people to participate or join in your meeting. You can choose from contacts within your Zoom, a Zoom room, a room system, which allows you to dial into the meeting space, or you can choose to email the meeting invite. The fourth button, Manage Participants, opens the participant panel. From here, you can mute participants by hovering over their name. You can see if they're connected with a webcam or a microphone. The fifth button enables you to create polls to engage your students. When you click Add a Question, this will actually take you to the Zoom website. From here, you can enter a name for this poll. Then you can enter a polling question. You can choose whether this will be a single choice or a multiple choice question. Single choice would have radio buttons with one option. Multiple choice would have checkboxes with multiple options. You can then scroll down and add an additional question if you want, or you can click to save your poll. Now that you've created your poll, you'll close your web browser and return to the meeting space, and you'll notice that the poll is now available. Click Launch Poll to make it available to students or participants. When you're done, click End Polling, and you can choose to share the results with the participants, or you can choose to close the poll. The sixth button at the bottom of the screen allows you to share. It also has a drop-down menu that allows you to choose whether one participant can share at a time or multiple participants can share simultaneously. There are also advanced sharing options available from here. Click Share to begin sharing your screen, a whiteboard, or an application. You can also choose to share your iPhone or iPad from here. In order to do this, you will need the Zoom application installed on your iPhone or iPad. You can choose to share a portion of your screen, your computer sound only, or content from a second camera like a document camera. You can also choose to share files from any of the cloud storage options that you see here. When you choose to share your screen, you'll notice a border appears around the screen you've selected. You would then click Share. Once you share your screen, the buttons move to the top of the screen. You can pause your share or annotate at any point in time on your screen. Annotate allows you to draw, use a stamp, or choose different formatting options. When you're done, you can click Clear All Drawings and close the annotation tool. If the bar up here goes away, you can hover over the green bar to bring it back. When you're done, click Stop Share to return to the meeting space. The seventh button in the toolbar is the Chat button. When you click the Chat button, the chat panel will be displayed on the right-hand side. From here, you can choose to send a message to everyone or select a specific person. You can also choose to share files from here. The final button is the More button. This is where you can click to stop or pause a recording. You can also choose to do closed captioning from here. The closed captioning option allows you to assign a participant to type in the closed captioning, or a third-party closed captioning service can be provided an API token to integrate into the meeting space. The final option is to click More and choose Breakout Rooms. From here, you can manually or automatically create breakout rooms and then assign people in the meeting space to the breakout rooms. Once the people in the meeting space are assigned to a breakout room, you can click Open All Rooms to send meeting participants into smaller breakout rooms. When you're done with your meeting, click End Meeting. You have the option to leave the meeting, which makes it available so that people can still participate in the meeting when you're not there as the meeting host. Or you can choose End Meeting for All, and it will remove everyone from the meeting space. You will then be asked about your meeting experience. This information is used to track whether or not we are having issues with the system. Please let us know whether you had a good experience or a bad experience in using the system. To view a Zoom meeting recording that was recorded in the cloud, click on the Zoom link in your Canvas course, then click Cloud Recordings. You as the instructor can click on the name of the recording and watch or download the recording from here. If you want students to be able to watch them, you will need to toggle the Publish button, and that will make this link available to students to watch the recording.